I am inside this metaverse. If you argue me, they killed him. He's getting the treatment like a top hat board from the. It goes to Cthulhu's Satan. Buddy, you're a giant IQ alien. You can handle yourself with grace. When it was argued, is you outright the one behind polities, fairness, in family and friend and group social orientation as well as their rearing. And it was the same thing with each one of them, so don't feel special. It's only the weather one and a few others that become an actual issue. And it became outright the activity of trying to prove the weather is real without having a bunch of aliens involved. Aliens are not real, the government says. Aliens are real in all logic. They have actual people to hunt aliens. It's been released, publicly released, in public. So now aliens exist. Vampires, there's no reason they can't. Alien hive minds, that's a spicy one. That's a spicy enchilada. Cryptozoology, like a game of telephone, but someone drew a picture of it like a wanted poster. There's no reason they can't exist in mythology, just as well as biology, until we get to stupid-ass Pokemons, like Suicune, which is outright a monster, which is used, I think, in a weird block for crystal lust, the reference to how crystals shine and people feel lusty and like certain actual activities of sex and all that. Suicune the Pokemon is disgusting in every actual real-life argument. That's like the reference to Cenobites, how pain and looks are you being ugly. Suicune is disgusting. It's a Chinese quiln, Qiln. It looks like someone mixed a leopard with a moose and gave it giraffe neck and pig feet. To walking around China, allegedly purifying the waters, even though if I want to say toxic, it has fog amphibian levels on its pig feet. It's absorbing toxins from the ground or making all the toxins. The thing is a biohazard. If it was a real animal today, I would go hunt it down and shoot it. Fear of the law is silly if you have nothing to be fearful of. And even then, there is still the legal process of the law. Someone goes, there's a problem. I just heard it. They did this already. What's the problem? They're investigating everybody. Who? That's like saying, yeah, I might need witness protection. For what? No one was convicted of anything. In the joke format of that video on YouTube, the guy probably needed witness protection, but there was no court case for witness protection. The fact of the matter is, witness protection, let's just argue it as robot chicken, becomes a huge ethical issue. The answer in every witness protection thing is to get them young. They're easier to handle. You can see their entire growth and formation. They have the actual science for what they are going to be like and how their future looks inside the robot chicken paradigm is going to fit inside the hypo, as well as the crime associated to what they were doing in the witness protection. This is simple logic. Until you make it robot chicken, because it becomes the ethics of actually having to argue why the criminal is not arrested in robot chicken for the position of someone going, they still have to do police work for someone to go, I am the person in control of the robot chickens who do the police work. This is the actual real shitty group argument for everyone in witness protection, where everybody is doing what they just call a run for a crime to be hit with it, for them to go, it requires everybody around them to get them to be the criminal. That is what a groupo is. A Goliath groupo requires over 100 people doing it. The reverse of that is the law, because you can't tell if a groupo is a shit fish or a clean fish, or whatever, That is the science of the witness protection slang on that fish. The school fish. Every groupo carries around a bunch of fish with them. And the lady is actually, I want to say Jane. It would be fun to say Jane Austen. She's the federal marshal for the MK Ultra outlet and Robot Chicken for witness protection. Sarah Connor was being brainwashed to be gay inside the argument of the whole Terminator series. So the person asks the actual farmer of that robot chicken, meaning there are teams, outright being the thing hit and discussed inside the entire discussion, where someone goes, okay, we can back robot chicken, but we can't back teams. No, you can. It just means you don't want to have that argument for full control. For me to go, well, that makes it a little bit more spicy. They still can do it with no teams for the control argument and perception, but then it becomes them themselves accepting the position of control. That's dicey. He's right, that's dicey. Uh, no, it's not. I control everything on the planet. If that's the case, then why am I even putting up with some of this scenario? And that still makes you outright the bad person in all the arguments immediately. He's right, never mind. Okay, that's fast. No one talks about robot chicken with me or any of these issues. Once you know about robot chicken, it becomes a whole ethical dilemma. And something for me to go, people have their own lives. They have to live stuff and do stuff. It turns out into, are they actually doing those activities or is it somebody else? When I do this, it's I don't care. Kill you. If you mess with me, if you try to violently attack me, I'll defend myself. If someone breaks into my house, they're obviously having ill intent. I'd kill them. I'd defend myself. I'd call the cops. You have to run upstairs and call the cops, like a horror movie villain. You can't die, you're a robot chicken. You can, but you know still. If I'm a robot chicken, I can't die, period, in this argument. Why would I still have to fear death? I don't even care, knowing I can just die at people and come back to life. So the only thing that's really changed is how I would die from the position of somebody who cannot die. We don't talk about these people because they just come back to life, like actual Buddhists. Reincarnation stuff. It's science. It's been argued. They have the science for it. Disembodied voice got quiet knowing it lost the argument if I was gay. For me to point out, if they wanted me to be a homosexual, they have to be able to prove to me that I'm attracted to men. That's all it was at one point. Well, yeah, I told him about that gay. That's all it was about for a bit. Gays aren't real in science. I don't care. I don't even care if they'll support it or not. The thing is, I just know they're not an actual demographic, really, besides like a few people. It's not a big deal to me. I lose my noodle and I go, yeah, yeah, die, Grupo. I can arrest him for that right now. Put it on break. I can't win this argument. I have no reason to actually put, if I'm being honest, some of these videos on private on my YouTube list, besides the fact I can go, I did this already, outright, but I'm doing something different, and it is you, an external force, continuing the actual activity. Talking to me about this with my NSA barcode, which the NSA barcode, when it's done, it is 16 things that the NSA, National Security Agency of America, one of the most well-funded and well-ran, organized structures, do. I wrote them down. All the common sense thing, it's the science behind them. When you go MK Ultra with a barcode, it turns into all those things being argued about what it is that is being done. One of them is outright in the NSA barcode program, routine action, just like witness protection people. Psychology, naturally informing a little bit of brainwashing. Protection slang. The fact of the matter is I can't actually care too much. You need a weak little bunny, I'm not. I'm weak because I can't grow muscles and I'm too tired to care at you. The witness protection people are very hard-bit nail people. They deal with actual serious scenarios and situations. They're actually one of the tougher groups when it's argued. Most of them are actually like, well, I quit my job or I retired and I went to Secret Service, from the Secret Service to them, yeah, stuff like that. Secret Service, special agents, secret agents, stuff like that. They occasionally get hit with a few things they do inside their group. The fact of the matter is a lot of it's pretty easy science. It just turns into the barcode being something that makes them all mad because they can't talk about relationships well. Some of them go, I don't even care. I just need to get laid. I'd like to have a connection with people. My internet, my dating apps are frozen. I need to get laid. But here's the thing. Probably at some point in my long-term providence of wisdom, I would have said, you should probably just block that dating app so I can just avoid at this point for my long journey. Which is me not ever doing that, unless I did. Yeah. The fact of the matter is I still can go get laid. I know I have no problem with women. You said food. They ran away from it, they backed up, they lost their argument. I'm throwing 1,000 levels of this is dirty bird stuff at people. Telling you, not gay. I'm making it gay now. I can't win the argument if I'm gay or not, someone says. You'd be bisexual. The point is you were trying to say you were me. That's what my end on this is. Obviously I'm that person. He beat me to it. That means you did it already. Adults did it. To you. I'm a kid. He's a mentat. He's a grown adult. Well, either way, he said no to the idea, which means the role in mentat. He's right. Trust me, if we're living all the way to 28349 BCE, we have a long way to go. A lot of things will change, some of it won't. There were people from the 1900s, the year 1900, 1901 or 1910, who used to work for the government, who are still kicking around to this day in Robot Chicken, doing phenomenally better than everybody in every group. Outright. You know why? Because they saw the problem, they knew what was happening, and you are in this instance creating all the problems. It turned into an argument since it's not real life, having discussed this, and me proving to you, an army of 5 to maybe 13 to 15 Brock, that life is not real. That's a little bit more outrageous. I can't believe that. We're at 32 now. Now we've got to I don't even care anymore. Yeah. Well, it's not real life. We can all agree I don't care. I never knew this about myself. I have to do this to deal with them. For me to go, I'm now going, it's the Europeans, it's them, and the blacks. Because I can see the future in a dream, like the Titanic. I don't know, something like that. I'm not actually blaming the blacks for anything. I'm not blaming any ethnic groups. I don't care. Chances are everyone in the future is white or Asian. But I do give the Hispanic, the Latino vote, and the Latina vote a huge leg up in comparison to everybody. And I have no actual problem with them because, Catholic, and they're beautiful. Yeah, that. Family oriented. It's a big thing. Yeah. I'd rather go with the Asian. Yeah. I like Japan. Japan got rearmed. I'm about that. Buddy, you can't be me. You're pretending to be me and trying to jump in with memories. I already seen them. That means you lied in the beginning. Not only are you now trying to fight me in a metaphor, what you would call a bulldozer, that just means I'm just sleeping around, I guess. I'm not. I'm being very active if I can. You are fighting yourself in the position of the knowledge of yourself to me, from the position of you trying to infiltrate my soul or have him be that person infiltrating my soul, from the activity of oppressing me through the spiritual wavelengths of yourself. Your team killed you. They shot you in the head with a gun, an alien robot chicken, inside a metaverse simulation, outside the metaverse and layer that I am in. They shot you in the head. They killed you because you were being an a-hole. You're that person, and Cthulhu's Satan, a different group completely. He is made fun of all the time. He is a boy and a gold body. That gold body of his, he gets wrecked sexually all the time. Trust me, there's no damage I can do. I looked at it. I went, oh, wow. Hot. She's a hot woman. She's cute. He gets wrecked as a goal. It happens. Here's the big thing, and it became an issue with you, and you, and you. All robot chicken people with alien chicken egg foam. Able to control people like they're little drone robots. Outright. We're all getting really hung up on the sex thing outright. It's outrageous. It really gets argued. You have like billions of dollars in one argument outright in a collective sense. Then I make fun of you and you lose your noodle, just like the rest of them. I don't care, so it's you making it the issue. We argue the government, well, we have the original, like government. We have, like CIA, FBI, witness protection, military. We have all those things that we can ramble about immediately. We can argue about DFS, the postal service, the internet, uh, the water, the power, utilities, the trash services. We can argue about anything inside the system of a civilization of society townships. A group of towns making a state, like a town in the Ivory Coast of Africa. Senegal. We can look at those people over there going, I made this air conditioner for my African village. And they go, hey, it has anthrax in it. I didn't mean to, but I accidentally blah, 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 blah. That's how I feel about this. That's an old reference. I saw it on my phone the other day. He's a blue African. His skin's blue. He's right. I can't be wrong about that. Yeah. I'm a kid. I get disrespectful. I don't care too much. I'm being outright honest. You're doing the thing where you just prick at my hair. Part of me goes, you know what? It's not always you. It's just my hair going, Not like it moves or anything. Yeah, yeah. You're an it about it. This becomes your skull's me going, I have a rock hammer. This is a skull covered in gold inside an alien tech computer room. I found you. World War will break out. I'm gonna shatter it into 1,000 pieces, like stab you in the head with this radioactive isotope. In a needle if you're just a brain floating in a tank. I don't even care at you. This makes you happy or not. I don't care yet again. I can just die at you. You know what? I'm the chill one going, I did not care. It is you. It just became irrefutable the knowledge of life itself being robot chicken. It became the other stuff. It's all robot chicken. Not at all. I can't win this argument with you, bud. I learned how to make this isotope in a needle. You know why? Because it requires extreme amounts of nuclear power. It's literal actual science. I found it in a book, the nuclear code for it. It's kind of wrong, maybe missing a few digits. Buddy, I'm playing a video game. The characters are talking. When they talk, it's called growing. You are not the center of the universe. You're not the center of the world, just like me. You're an insignificant ant in a friggin' hurricane of all reality. You mean nothing. I'll go smoke a cigarette. The line is actually a speck of dust. The voice even said it. It's a speck of dust in a hurricane in all reality. God doesn't care about you. It's about the people caring. Yeah, the atomic. You find your person, your who, or whatever. The fact is you gotta chill out and relax. It's a video game. This is not a soapbox. This is you being an asshole and annoying as shit to me, a regular person with mental illness, and you are extremely part of it. In a World War scenario, you're going to die. And that is to some people me going, they killed me one time because blah blah blah. I'm sure there's a dime a dozen. The fact of the matter is they all know that. You're going to die. This is my answer for all these scenarios. I pulled the Triangle Illuminati little bill. I built 200 nuclear power plants. If I can't win it, I'm blowing them all up. I'm joking. You would never do that to the planet, just like Uncle Sam and his friend who's a mega alien who live on the moon didn't go. I once had over 100 metric tons of TNT planted inside the center of the moon. They exploded across the planet if they ever try to get uppity with me. My last defense. Yeah, I blew them up. They're aliens. It's Majora's Mask outright. Tattle and tail. Buddy, I don't care. You're making me go batshit insane. I am the good one who is chill. It is you being an asswipe.
Oh yeah? So is that this, women's intuition I keep hearing about?
Yeah, you want to find out what happens when you piss it off?
What happened here? He doesn't look like a hostile.
All due respect, but you weren't there and I ain't taking no chances.
Well, that's just great.
It is what it is.
No, Lieutenant, it's not. You killed a man. But maybe we can use this to our advantage.
السلام عليكم يا أخي. لازم أسأل السؤال ولازم تقول الحقيقة. فين مدخل مخزن السلاح؟
I'll make him talk.
It's the female. She made him talk. She shot him in the head.
إحنا وريناك إن إحنا جد.
This is the government at work. They do stuff like this. This is not kid logic. They do evil things all the time.
هسألك مرة تانية. فين مكان المخزن؟
Shut the fuck up.
ما فيش مخزن.
أنت بتكذب.
اسمعيني يا أختي. كل واحد منكم هيدفع الثمن غالي على الدوشة اللي عملتوها دي.
معناتها إيه اللي بتقوله؟ هندفع إزاي؟
The hell is that?
Some kind of effigy. Possibly pagan.
إيه ده؟
هتعرفوا قريب.
I've had enough of this. Corporal, keep an eye on the captives.
You heard him, Marine.
Tell me where the silo is.
This man was armed, ma'am.
Everyone in this country is armed.
دي بندقية كبيرة قوي يا أخ، أكتر من اللي أنت محتاجه للغنم. فين مدخل المخزن؟
Stand down, Lieutenant.
The only language these people understand.
I've got this under control. Are there any more captives?
Yeah, in the other hut. Follow me.
أنا راجع حاليا، وبعدين هتتكلم.
My
Keep a
favorite
firm
part
eye on this
about
one.
this, they can't do this in real life, the disembodied voice talking thing, because they know what it is, just like if I talk to somebody in real life and I make completely lucid sense to them. You only do it in private, it's the internet. It's information technology, it's a bit. Oh, lordy. Christ. It means there's a thing they have to actually admit they're doing. It's the government, somebody will see something. It's an NSA bulk code. Do you know what that does to everything you want to say? It's the government watching. They know my issues and problems.
Want you Marines to search the whole farm. I mean every inch of it. Look under every bed, shed, and outhouse. The entrance to the silo...
The government already knows the problem. I can type this into Google. End of story. It's all already handled. The government knows. Feel the internet. I tell you right now, they're suppressing the truth. Buddy, I'm not caring. Suppressing the truth, they're not suppressing the truth, they're suppressing my speech. It only matters when I have to go talk to people. Some of it's for my own good. Believe that or not. It's you being a nutbag.
There should be.
You got something to say, Sergeant?
Look at the ground. What do you see? Jack shit. There was a silo. Where's all the tracks? Nah. Man, this is a fishing expedition.
I think you're a
This
fool.
precious Kalis has got it all wrong.
We follow orders, Sergeant. The search is far from over.
Aye, sir.
You're posing just like the rest of the alien funnels with a computer gun. They proved at this point to them, without that computer gun, they are useless. They have nothing special about them, and they were favored one time by a few people. And that was the only time they needed it, until they proved the point they were so bad at something they killed them again.
أنا بشخص الحكومة الأمريكية. أنت في موقف صعب جدا. مهم إنك تقول الحقيقة. فين مدخل المخزن؟
Believe that the government watches people. Yeah, it's a super easy job.
That's heroin.
Did you ever do anything illegal? Closest I got is he said something about losing his noodle about.
These people are nothing but...
Closest I got to doing something illegal in that conversation is, robot chickens are trying to threaten him with hell and prison and stuff for something he never did, and making him look mentally ill. I'll show you mentally ill. Not really. Super chill. I got a lawyer, and I just said, I just posted bond, and I just walked off. Yeah, I got my court dates, I just go to them. Buddy, if I go to prison, I go to a medical prison, I take my medicine. I am now talking to a lawyer, whatchamacallit, a psychiatrist. Buddy, it's not a big deal to me. In the regards of, one, I can just be shot with a gun and die, and it's the end of the story, and I can come back to life anywhere on the planet with the logic you're using to defend any sense and continuation of their value. I see. Well, it's not real life. There should be no problem. It's illegal to say you'd catch a prison on fire. No, it's not. It's freedom of speech. It's illegal to plan it and go do it. Well, that sounds like something. I'll tell you what. It's illegal to do all that other stuff, too. And unethical. He's right. That's a European. Go deal with him. He's over there in Europe, hiding out in the metaverse or something. Go fight him. I got my NSA barcode, and I even got what looks like a global intelligence CIA painting in my apartment. Wow. I'm just not gay. Whoa. I just can. Whoa. Everything about me is not a homosexual. Buddy, I have ass hair. It has proven this point. It was just that you wanted to use to redball all the conversation. I redball it with your fucking wrong person. It's a rated R film. It's not for kids. Tell you to die all the time. I heard disembodied voice tell me to die. I said, F you. Yeah. Language. I don't like it. I don't like dirty language. I have a swear jar, actually. Someone goes, these are the actual crimes I have. I tell you what. Die. This got handled like 1,000 times easier when I just did it. I just said, hey, on the off chance something like this happens, what if the government has a guy waiting to kill me? My God, that should be terrifying. Kill me, I don't give a crap. Oh, he died. End of the story. There's no continuation. Because he died. Oh, wow, that's weirdly, specifically awkward to the actual argument of feel. He can't die, and if he does die, he knows what dying's like. He doesn't even care. He's being annoyed. He knows the actual activity of living life to live life. Tell you what, don't kill me. I do the craziest thing. I walk into a place full of police. Extreme federal agents. I have no reason to be afraid. I live there, actually. I have no problem to care at you.
Crooks, what the fuck was Eric thinking?
I want this place turned inside out.
It's like the government. But I have no reason to actually care. I have every reason to care, just today, I have to make the argument I want it. Don't have to bother. Come on. It's about the illusion of life, without using robot chicken stuff. When you drop alien robot hive mind, it means they don't act like hypo. It's just like talking to a lawyer. Well, I'll be. I'll put that other video on private. How about that? Yeah. It's my video. It says I work at YouTube or something. YouTube be like, I tell you, it's the government. Is that legal? It's not. It is. Look at that. Now I'll do it again. There's a man in Norway. He's a Cthulhu Satan, and there's a bunch of Mentats. They all live in Europe with the rest of their ilk. A bunch of aliens and a bunch of vampires. Cthulhu Satan, he was raised a single kid. His dad died in a car crash. He lived with his mom. He grew up. I can make it worse. He eventually got jigged by a super-intelligent, lab-grown alien ran by a Cenobite. He hates beans, by the way, and his alien compadre that he now has to work for, the same species, hive mind, is a bean. That's what you make it about. You make it about the other guy. I already did. There's other videos. I'm not going to make all of them private. I just want to keep that going, knowing that there was an issue with you going, you should be afraid of everything about broadcasting yourself. It's not real life. I killed myself. The actual thing is, it has to maintain the actual premise of life for you to do any of these activities. For me to bring up the logic holes. Again, you're a 1,000 IQ point alien. You're a giant god amongst your group. Siago. Ass. An ass of nutbag. Stick butt. Point of the matter is, that is a big issue if you can plan all that out. This out. Without going, where are they? Let's just say I argue against it. No, you gotta do it. Here's the problem. They still have to make sense of it. The person's not real is the actual argument because it's not real life. Cool, it's not real life. There's nothing for me to worry about to begin with then in that argument. Nothing whatsoever. Every little thing, the dot of truth. I don't have to care about it. It's not real life. I can chill out. I can go bang women all I want. It's maintaining the premise of real life. If you live with people, I lived with my dog for years. A year, almost. If my dog disappears, I have to go, where's my dog? I don't see my cat in a little bit. I don't know where my cat is. It's the same thing with my dog. If you live with a family member, where's the family member? Where did they get off to? It makes a huge difference. I mean, it's not a big deal if it's like one night they was spending time with a friend. You change it to they're gone for weeks, months, in a time period where everything in their life is monitored by an actual individual. Adults, family. They have to go somewhere. They have to have friends. The person has no social skills, or who's their friends? Even a Nimrod can make friends. Here's the thing, I don't like having friends, because I saw them as robot chickens who do not make your life easy. Someone forces them on me. For the story mode of this. Where did that person get off to with my NSA barcode? It's not NSA, it's obviously the CIA. It's obviously them. Where did they get off to? Is still the issue. Why does this matter? It's a huge thing. Everyone argued this in the simulation of the adulthood. Well, you did that. I did not. Not that point at all, yeah. Where did they go? Where were they going? Someone's gone for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, months. Go to the very beginning of the simulation and go, that's not even real life. You know why? The person doesn't age, etc., etc. They don't exist anymore in one of these arguments. It never happened. So we ignore all that. It never happened, any of that. In all those simulation versions, the person may have passed away. You throw in Paul Ekman, it's fun. Now I have to argue with this guy who's crazy as all hell. In the extreme lie analysis to make sure he's not lying to me with the grace of an eagle or something. The actual rigmarole. I'm not lying. Maybe I am. The point of the matter is, in real life, it still hits the dental logic of the barcode. There are things you cannot escape in any of that argument. I want to play this video game without feeling a feeling of tiredness. I know how to live life, and stuff like taxes and a few other things, I do have an issue with. I can't outright do them, because I don't actually do taxes. I'm on disability. At some point I will have to do taxes. Here's a weird one. Why do people not own vacuums? Who are adults? At some point, flows get dirty. It's just science. Dust accumulates. I'm the only one who seems to have to put up with real life issues. I like real life stuff. It teaches you some things to do. When you go around messing with it, it affects all the other things. Yeah. I'm not derealizing the actual situations. I'm saying this is not real life for all the various reasons it's not real life. For me to know I will win that argument, it's not real life. For me to go, the only thing that has to happen is for me to go over here and go live my life, to go over to one other spot to live my life, if I want to go there to live my life. For me to leave my hometown, for me to go, buddy, there is no way these people actually make sense at all. It's argued as them being people. Someone goes, I got called by the blah blah blah. I do not buy that. I already did this. Someone says I called. I don't believe this. I don't care in some of these arguments. You feeling mongering, let's just say you as the FIB, the Federal Investigation Bureau. Well, buddy, here's the thing. Why do I care? Why would you get called? It's the NSA. Why would I care? At all in one of these arguments. If it's the police, why would I care? Some of these are actual issues, I'm sure. Here's the thing, they're easy to be fixed. Easy problems can be fixed. I'm going to stop this because it's just talking again and again. You're being a child, you're trying to do a childlike bit. When I told you to die as a 5-year-old, you disembodied voice who is egging it on with the emotional perception of changing my emotions, who cannot feel emotions.